over the last few years, well, all the years I've been an adult, I've been asked a lot of questions. I don't know about you, but I've been asked a lot of different questions. How do you get your hair so right? Or questions like, why do you go to church? Why are you so calm all the time? I don't actually think I've been asked that one, but why are you happy? Why do you think your God is real? Why did you get married so young? And there's so many different questions may have been asked, weird ones that make you think, big questions. For a lot of these answers, there's great answers. But so often for questions like these, like questions, why do you go to church? We answer the same, because I am a Christian. Why do you not smoke weed? Because I am a Christian. Why do you do these things, and why don't you do those things? Because I am a Christian. We get asked these questions that make us think, but we answer in the same way. I don't know if you're like me and you answer that way a lot of the time. We think so often, we are giving a good answer that makes people understand. But I want to say today, when we answer because I am a Christian, we're not answering at all. I'm going to take that for a reason. I want us to look into this because I think there's a key aspect to it. When we answer, but it's because I'm a Christian, we may think we've got good intentions, people understand. But you got to hear this. When people hear that, they're hearing it through their perspective and their worldview. So when you asked, hey, why do you go to church? It's because I'm a Christian. What people are hearing, it's because they have to. Their parents make them. It's because it's a control thing, a cultural thing. It's something, that they have to do. That's what people are hearing. That's what people are listening to. They're hearing it through their understanding. And so, for a lot of ways, you're not giving your answer justice. You're not giving yourself justice. And the person listening is not hearing what they need to hear. The second main thing is you're wise. Do you know you're wise? Your wise is such a incredible thing. The why comes to the core of your life. Why you do what you do. Why do you love this television show? Why do you love this food so much? We can't just go just because. There's a real reason, and we need to understand that reason for ourselves. I love what it says when Jesus is talking to his disciples in John. He's talking to them, and he's talking to a big group of people, and he's talking about being the bread of life, and that through eating him and drinking his blood, you will have eternal life. And as you're hearing that right now, you're going, that does not make sense. What are you talking about? That's exactly how the people in the day followed. They didn't understand what was happening, so they left. A huge crowd left Jesus' teaching, and they all leave. And so Jesus turns to his disciples and he says this. He says, from this time, many of the disciples turned back and no longer followed him. You do not want to leave, do you? Jesus asked the 12 disciples. Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Where would we go? Because you have the words of eternal life. We have come to believe, to know that you are the Holy One of God. See, Peter was asked a tough question. Everyone else was leaving, but why won't you leave? And for Peter, he understood that Jesus was the one who had the words of eternal life. He understood who Jesus was, and that's what kept him going when everyone else was leaving. And so for us, it's coming to a place of knowing our whys. Why do you do what you do? Why do you spend your time that way? Why do you not do certain things, and why do you do certain things? Why do you go to church? Why do you live your life the way you do? Why do you proclaim your life in the way you live? Why? Do you know your why? And so my question for you firstly is, do you know your why? Maybe you need to figure out what that why is. Maybe you need to talk to someone and understand why. Because you can only do certain things for a certain amount of time without a why. You'll get bored of it eventually. So my question now, going back to the original questions, how would you answer it differently now? If we took this because I'm a Christian and got rid of it, how would you answer it now? You know, if someone asked you, why do you go to church? You know, you could answer a truthful one and go, oh, because I have to. Or you could actually figure out what their why is and go, hey Lewis, why do you go to church? Well, I love going to church. I love meeting together with people that I haven't seen in the week and coming together, worshipping God through music, through catching up, through conversations, and growing together. I love that there's people there that support me when I'm doing well and when I'm doing badly, that are with me through the difficult times, that encourage me and lead me to know my God more. Or another answer could be, you know, Lewis, why do you go to church? Well, I go to church because when I was younger, when I was 15 years old, I had an encounter with God, had an encounter with the creator of the universe, with Jesus, and through knowing him and getting to know him, my whole life changed. And I come together in community to help others grow and to grow myself, that we could grow together to show God's love to the world around us. You know, Lewis, why don't you smoke weed? Well, I don't want anything in my life that is going to take me away from God. And I don't want anything that's going to alter my brain, alter how I do things. So I stay away from those things. Because I know everything I need, I get through God and through community and through others. I don't need anything else. You know, you can have, those are my whys, but I want you to think of yours. I want you to think of your answers. Because like I said before, because I'm a Christian, it's no longer an answer.